also a journalist in Israel as well. Tal, good to have you with us today. Tell us what your path has been in the last 5 days and how you are functioning in Israel right now.
Martha, I think you described it very well at the top of your segment. There is indeed much agony in Israel right now. We are hurting. We are a nation in deep mourning. But we launched a counteroffensive, and we're also very much determined to win this war. There's simply no other way. We must win this war. This is a war against Hamas. They, as you also showed some pictures before, they acted as savages. They are savages. This is a war between the civilized world, represented by Israel here, and between savages. What they have done, the ISIS-style atrocities, as described by survivors of these different scenes that took place across the country, especially in the south, this is something that's unbelievable, and they will pay a very heavy price, a price that will reverberate in the near future and will be remembered by the next generations. They will not try us again after we're done with this operation. And the Prime Minister has said it will take as long as it takes.
I know that you have worked closely with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Tell me a little bit about what the last 5 days have been like for him. What is his mood right now? What can you reveal about how he's looking at all of this, Tal?
Well, the Prime Minister is, again, very determined to win this war. He's telling our enemies, he's telling Hamas and also our enemies on other fronts in the northern border, Hezbollah as well, do not try us. Do not try us. President Biden said it yesterday, and Israelis are very grateful for the support of the president and the United States and the American people. Prime Minister Netanyahu, you probably heard, there's a unity government in Israel being established as we're speaking right now. And I think that this is very much reflective of the the public sentiment here in the country. Our enemies should not be mistaken. Yes, we have our political differences. We have a very fierce ongoing political debates. Well, not so much ongoing now. Everyone is focused on one thing alone, and that is winning this war. But in recent months, of course, we had our differences at play here in the country among the people, but we are very much united behind the IDF, behind the military, behind this national effort, and everyone is doing their own part. Civilians are doing amazing things. The IDF, everyone in the country, I say the IDF, but just to make American viewers better understand, everyone in this country either knows an IDF soldier or someone who was abducted into Gaza, someone who was injured, someone who was killed. Israel is a small country. It's like a family here. We're all part of this, and we're all determined to win this.
Tal, before I let you go, when you see these reports that Americans support the Palestinians more than Israel and some of these recent polling that has been done, and you see some of these Harvard students who have posters showing the paragliders and expressing their support for these invaders, what do you think about that? What would you like to say to them about what they should understand?
Well, they're getting it wrong, very much wrong. They said it's a war of the civilized against savages who can express support. There's no both-sidism here. There's no rhetoric that fits here that we've seen in past confrontations, past conflicts, of a cycle of violence and so on. It simply doesn't fit here. There's pure evil, and there's a Jewish and democratic state, a Jewish people that just want to survive in this world in a state of their own without being persecuted. And Hamas's charter says it very clear. They're calling for the annihilation of the Jewish state. They're calling for the killing of the Jews. But I don't think, Martha, that these voices specifically should be amplified. Yes, we should address them, but I want to use this platform that you're giving me right now to express gratitude on behalf of the citizens of Israel for the support that we're getting from the American people, from Congress people, from President Biden, really. Things that he said in the speech yesterday, it was really, what every Israeli wanted to hear, that the U.S. will stand by Israel, and Israel has the right to defend itself, full stop.
Full stop, indeed. Tal, thank you very much. I hope you'll join us again as we continue to cover this war, which we hope will not go on for too much longer. And we thank you very much.